This week our lectionary reading is from Mark's Gospel, chapter 1, beginning at verse 14 through to verse 20. And it's a little bit of the story that occurs just after John Baptist has been arrested and taken into custody. And that appears to be something of a trigger that launches Jesus out into his public ministry. So he's obviously been around and knows a few people because he quickly locates Simon and Andrew and invites them to come with him. And all indications are they quickly say yes. So I think that gives us a clue that there's been a bit of background going on there, because Simon and Andrew leave behind their tools of trade, which presumably are about earning an income for them and their families, and they go and follow Jesus. And soon after, Jesus comes upon James and his brother John, and they're working with their father Zebedee, and again he says to them, "Come and follow me," and they do likewise. They leave their father in the boat with the hired help and go off with Jesus. So this is a pretty remarkable thing for grown men to do, grown men that presumably have responsibilities with family and work and business and so forth, and they've made an executive decision, as it were, to go off with this itinerant preacher because he seems to have decided that the time is right. Now, time's a really interesting thing in ancient Near Eastern thinking, because for most societies and cultures, and you might even be aware of this yourself, there's a far greater level of comfort with regard to time kind of repeating itself. I mean, we like new things and we get bored if everything's always same old, but we actually like predictability even more because it's somehow more secure for us. So, for example, in the ancient Near Eastern world, it was about knowing when the rains would come, the kinds of crops that would grow, where they would grow, and what time of year they would do well. And they just wanted those cycles to repeat. They didn't want history to go anywhere or for things to change too much, because that would take them into uncharted territory, which is much harder to navigate. You've got to chart it. Whereas Jesus makes it very clear that time is going somewhere. History is headed for a place, and this is a point along the way that indicates something is changing. And so he goes out really with a very definite mission and invites others to come with him on that very definite mission. So that's what we're going to be talking about at Mustard Seed this Sunday. Now, you can join us on the Zoom platform, and I'll send out the details of that as usual, but same as it's always been, and we'll press the button and record that and put it out on our Facebook Live feed on our Facebook page, and I'll show you in my mail out how to do that too, which is the same as always, but it's good to have it there. And we're going to talk with the elders about whether it's time to get together with masks on, or whether it's better not to get together at the moment and we can keep our masks off in our own houses. It's a big, tough question, but either way, we will work that out. And if you're somebody who likes to pray, this Thursday in the evening, we've also got a Zoom prayer meeting, and in my weekly post, there's a link to that as well, and you can join us for prayer. It's a good time to be praying, I reckon. It's a good time to really hold the world in your heart before God and get a different perspective. You don't need to pray out loud at our prayer meetings, you can just be there. We have times of silence and times of prayerfulness, and praying out loudness. Is that a word? Anyway, starting to ramble. Better turn off. God bless. I'll see you soon.